Hello, hello. Welcome to this episode of Success Stories within our online community. As we were talking offline earlier, that a lot of people really liked it. So we said, we'll continue this. Also, just showcase, what's possible when you're in the online space. And we're so excited. By the way, if this is the first time you're tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from.
Yeah, we're currently right now in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So comment below where you're tuning in from. We always love to know how global we are in this community. So we're excited. This is a new series that we have. We started it, I think, 2 weeks ago. That we interviewed some successful people crushing the business. So we're inspired by this guest speaker
Yeah.
that we have.
Yeah, she's a mom of four, and we're gonna hear her story, but she is crushing it in our business, and always as far as sales, going up there. So we're so excited. Without further ado, Temi
Coyote.
Coyote. Hello, Temi. How are you?
I'm fine. And you? Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're very excited for this. People really like this. If you're watching this live or replay, again, let us know if we should continue this. Give us a thumbs up. And if we should, find more incredible people in our community that will inspire you, because we are inspired every time we do this. So you know what? More than the people watching, we are the ones inspired. Might as well do this and get them showcased to the world. So let's get started here. Tell me, for the people that are just first time seeing you, especially in our business page. Can you just quickly tell them a little bit about your background? How long have you been in online business? And if you're currently still working, let us know.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. And as Dave used to say, wherever you're, watching from, just put it in the comment chart. So my name is Tenitope Kayade. I'm a Nigerian and I'm a mom of four. And my background is in human resources. I used to work in human resources before we found this business. And of course, presently, I no longer work. I no longer work because of this business. It has been amazing. I've been doing this business now for the last 3 years, since 2020 April. Yes.
Wow.
It's been amazing. It's been really, really life changing. Really life changing.
That's amazing. I know that you had mentioned that you were only 4 months
In Canada.
in Canada, and did you find the online business in that same space, or?
Yeah, so we came to Canada in 2019, and then I was working in human resources at that time, but I got a job in human resources at that time. And then I was going on maternity leave. When I went on maternity leave, I literally begged my bosses to keep my job because I was not entitled to EI here in Canada, and they promised that they'll keep it just for 4 months. 4 months was a big deal because back home in Nigeria, 3 months and then we can go back to work. But 4 months, and I begged them, and then they accepted. Now, as God would have it, we found this business, and then we never needed to go back. I never needed to go back to work.
Wow, that's
Wow.
I
amazing.
called my boss and said, you know what? Thank you for keeping my job, but I no longer want it.
Wow, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. So tell me, so what was your pains and struggles before starting an online business?
Hmm. So for us, as Nigerians coming here to Obodo, so we call it Obodoimbo. Obodoimbo simply means, the diaspora. We really, really, really wanted to live the kind of life that, we had dreamt of, right? We wanted to help our parents back home. But coming here and seeing our colleagues and, our friends and people here doing multiple jobs, but like, you know what? Nah, 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 nah. We needed the kind of work or job or business, that was going to give us the kind of life that we wanted. I wanted to stay home at home with the kids. I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to be my own boss. And of course, another thing for me was I never believed that something good could come out from the online space. I never, ever, ever believed it. I just thought everything online was a scam. I thought everything online was a scam, right? Yeah, some people have, I've done so many online businesses, but I've never, right? So I just thought everything online was a scam, and then I was like, you know what? Nah, online is not for me. But of course, eventually we tested, we tried it, and it's been the best decision ever.
That's a very good kind of insight there, that you've never, you thought online business
Yeah.
is a scam, because there's a lot of people are coming from that point of view.
Mhm.
We're a bit different because, as you mentioned, we've tried a lot of things. But regardless, Roxanne was still skeptical. It took me 4 months to convince her. I had to put my best charm. But yeah, and in this, and I think being skeptical is you're just being a normal human being.
Yeah.
Like because like we weren't trained. I mean, we didn't grow up saying, one day I will be doing, I'll be in the online space. I will do video. Like no one, you don't grow up like that, right? So that's why naturally your mind is skeptical, and which is normal. That's why we always say, get an informed decision, and that's the key, right?
So Tammy, did you say that you didn't have any business background, or you did have a background back
But
home,
not online.
but not online?
So this is the deal. My husband is just like Dave. He kept bringing so many things home. Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. But I never wanted to do anything. I was just a career focused person.
Mhm.
So everything that we did in my family as a family was literally done by my husband.
Oh.
Right? And everything required selling something. And because I was not good in sales, I was not good in confronting people,
Mhm.
right? And then when he saw this, when he told me about this, then the first question I asked them is, do I need to confront people? And he said, no, hell no. There's a system in place for everything. Automation is there. And I'm like, I am all in.
Mhm. Wow, I love it. Love it.
I think you kind of talked about this, but the next question is why did you decide, to
Well,
get the online business, right?
yeah. So of course, as I said before, I just wanted, something, when we came here, before coming to Canada, our mentality back home in Nigeria is go to school, graduate, get good grades, and get a good job, right? But coming here to Canada expanded our mentality, which is you need something else on the side.
Yeah.
Aside from your no matter how much you earn, and I'm very grateful to God that this business has superseded our expectations, right? No matter how much you earn in your place of work, you still need something on the side. And now listen, guys, not just anything, something that could be automated.
Yeah.
That could free up a lot of space and time for you, right? So that was what eventually we decided to, that was why we eventually decided to start this, and of course, my parents in the UK, they work like no man's business. Oh my God. I really, really, really wanted to help them out, and what we were earning, back home and even coming back down here was not enough, right? So these were the things that made us go into the online space.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. I know what probably made you decide is that, number one, you mentioned earlier you don't have to confront people,
Yeah.
number one, and you said automated. And the reason why, and that we could totally relate to you, because as we've tried so many businesses, right, that is really normal in the side hustles that we tried. I mean, you have to approach friends and family, you have to. So we got tired of that. Roxanne her first question was the same with you, Tammy. She's
Yeah.
like, do I have to approach friends and family? Do I have to do the same thing we've done in the last 24 gazillion businesses we've tried? But the other thing you mentioned, which is so powerful, is that you have to find something on the side more than your job, because I said this in our first, I think our first ad is that there's only two options. You have a big dream, and either you shrink it to the size of your paycheck and says, it's not possible, let's just settle, be a career woman. That's what everyone does. Or number two is to find a solution, increase your income to the size of your dreams. And that's basically what you have done, what a lot of people have done. And talking about dreams, what has some of the
Yeah,
biggest?
like you inspired us, this
Yeah,
amazing woman,
yeah.
Temi. She inspired us so much in this business. She's crushing it. So what is maybe if you can share, what is the biggest result or change that happened in your life since you started the online business?
Now, the before I even say that, guys, listen to me. These guys here, they are my inspiration. Okay, they are my inspiration from the very get go in this business. They are my biggest inspiration. Um, Aside from the monetary results, because I cannot overemphasize that, right? Aside from the monetary results, the flexibility that I enjoy. Oh
Mm.
my God. I get to choose my time. I
Yeah.
get to spend, I have 4 children.
Yeah.
We need to catch up to you. You are inspiration in that.
So my hands are full.
Yes, definitely.
I don't have to. uh, The flexibility is, really, 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 really killing it for me.
Mhm.
And that's the biggest thing for me to be able to. I have a 9-month-old daughter, and I've been there for her every step of the way. I did not need to take her to the daycare, right? I did not need to, take her somewhere else. I've been there with her from the very get go, right? So for me, the flexibility and the time, oh my God, money is not everything, but of course, you need you
Yeah.
need money for some things, right? But the one thing here is the flexibility and the time for me.
Amazing. For the moms that are listening right now, and maybe have one, two, three, four kids, and are thinking in their mind flexibility, and like, how can she even do it? Like, how can you
Mhm.
even start a business with all the business and all this stuff? I mean, could you give them some insights on like how, like, what is it like, how do you are able to manage and even still start a business on the side, and talk about the flexibility you're talking about?
So honestly, so what I mean by the flexibility is this: I have my business, which is automated,
Yeah.
right? I get, so in the morning, of course, I take care of my kids and all of that, but I have a system that
Mm,
works for me.
that's right.
Do not need to go bugging people. I do not need to go talking to people. I do not need to reach out to people.
Mhm.
I can do this while even nursing my baby.
That's right.
I could do this even, even while in the car. If I take my kids to Kumon or to wherever or whatever, I could be in the car and I'm responding to inquiries. I don't need to work for somebody before, before I could get my daily bread, right?
Yeah.
So what we're saying is, as Dave said, for the moms out there, right? We're not saying don't work, right? You can have a job on the side, right? But as a side hustle, get something that
Mhm.
uses automation. We have our websites built for us in this system. We have our trainings with this, that teach us how to, use what do you call it now? Social media,
Yeah.
right? You don't need to talk, going bugging friends and families or becoming a nuisance. Automation is the key here, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because of the automation that has really helped me. If you guys don't know what automation is, let's Google it, right?
Yeah. Well, I love that. In the webinar, they talk deeper on what automation is. Basically, it's leverage. It's like the ultimate leverage in the 21st century, because you set it up one time,
Yeah.
and you use things called like sales funnel. And what it does, it's kind of like your storefront in the 21st century, where they engage your customers. The cool thing, like you said, we set it up one time and it becomes automated because the system takes over, right? And that's what it does. And they talk deeper on that in our webinar. That was incredible. Anything else you want to?
Yeah. Anything that you want to, before we finish this what is it,
Interview.
interview? Is there anything you want to share, Tammy, to our audience here?
So I would just like to say something. If you're watching me out there, if you're an African, if you're in the diaspora and you're watching this page right now, give yourself a chance, right? To just taste the other side of life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not everything online looks like a scam, right? Not everything is a scam, right? Do your due diligence. And if you're doing this presently, keep at it. Okay? Keep at it. The patience, pray if you're a Christian, believe in yourself and believe in God. Good things take time, right? So just keep doing whatever it is you're doing, and one day you will see the result.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, Tammy.
Thank you,
We
Tammy.
appreciate
There's a
you.
lot of people that are tuning in live and probably also replay. But I forgot to ask you this. I think you mentioned this in your in some of the questions that we asked. So you were, how long did it take you to? You didn't go back to your job like Roxanne, right?
Mhm.
So okay, that's what you did. Because
No,
how long did it take you to to quit your job? But you didn't go back. You went with
I didn't go back. So I only worked for 4 months.
Wow, that's it, eh?
Wow.
So I only have 4 months job experience in Canada.
So you're unemployable and you don't need an employer.
No, no employer can pay me right now.
Yeah, that's true. They cannot afford you.
Um, uh, so I think thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you, Tammy. That was
Thank you,
incredible.
Tammy. That was
Again, she
amazing.
is number one last week, and we almost in a
Every single week, she's on the top buyers,
top
sales.
sales chart we have. So you're listening to a super mom, an incredible entrepreneur here. Thank you for your time, Tammy, and see you everybody in our next episode. God
Okay,
bless.
take care. God bless you. Bye.